Good morning, everyone.
Hello.
How's it going?
How is everyone this morning? Can you hear us? Can you see us? Lenny, you look a little confused there, mate.
Have you said good morning?
Frizzy, unruly hair, need a hair smoother.
Oh my goodness. I'm on the chat with you guys and an ad just loaded. How dare they?
We've been demolished by mosquitoes last night, so I was running around smacking them in the bathroom and in our room in the starboard aft hull there, and everything got a bit
It's
got
like a
big
murder
on us.
scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just running around like headless chooks, but we made it here for the live broadcast. Great to be here. Great to have you here.
I believe Elena's going to make Lenny a bottle right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's not complaining yet, but if he starts getting sooky, I'm going to make him a bottle. You're pretty happy now, aren't you? Yeah. So, we have a bunch of questions from you guys, and I'm also here in the chat.
Does this all look really glary here?
Yeah, we are a bit glary.
Sorry about that. Don't just leave it, I reckon. Everyone can see us.
Strange. Alright, we won't do that
It's
again.
just the light.
Yeah. That's a little bit better.
Okay, first question.
We
It's all
have...
good, thanks, Tiff. She's a bit of a super fan.
She is.
We love her.
Tiffany, you're great.
She's always got our back in Instagram. So
any
yeah, Lenny does this a lot.
Yeah, he loves
nowadays.
spoons. Yeah. There you go. That'll keep him entertained. Alright, the first question we have is from Bradley Morehouse. Hey guys, I was hoping to have Riley speak more on what he has learned on the years he has been spearfishing. As a complete newbie on the matter, some basic steps to get started would be greatly appreciated.
How long have we got?
Just keep it quick.
When you first start, free diving and spearfishing is the same thing, and as you get better and better and better, they become very different sports. Spearfishing, I would, if you intend to do it for a long time, I would get something. I would invest in quality equipment. What I've learned over the years, it's more about time in the water and experience, and if you can see the fish, which is that's one of the more difficult things, then
You're already halfway there?
yeah, well that's the hunting part of it, which is separate to the free diving. You need to get to a certain level. I would encourage everyone to do a free diving course, or there's online.
Yeah,
There's
Adam
it.
Stan.
Yeah, there's an online freediving course which we're going to be able to bring to you guys for free, I think.
Do you remember our friend Adam who we went freediving with on Long Island? The freediving, Australia's champion freediver?
Yeah, he's the best in Australia, and he's doing a big online course. I think I may have jumped the gun there, but there's been some discussions there. But anyway.
We're probably going to be able to give you his amazing course he's just created for free, which is so cool. Yeah.
What else? Go with a friend. Learn off someone who's more experienced than you.
Yeah.
And like I've said a few times before, free diving, it's more important to get lessons and to learn off more experienced people than it is with sailing.
Yeah.
I should give Lenny his spoon back. That might be. Is that enough?
Lenny
for now?
is getting big, Terrence.
Is
Look
that
at
enough?
you. People always say like, oh no, they're growing too quick, but to be honest, I'm so excited that he's getting bigger and growing. I just want to like, I don't know who he is and teach him some more things and have him do fun things with us.
When I point now, he looks like. Watch this. Lenny, look, it's Mum. Look. He won't do it. Look, it's Mum.
Oh,
Yeah. So he does that, and what else did he do?
He's just so much fun right now.
I had a spoon in a cup. These are small things, but it was pretty interesting for us.
Yeah. Sorry for the people who don't like babies and they want to hear about sailing.
He wanted the spoon, so he grabbed the cup with one hand and then ripped the spoon out of it with the other.
Very clever.
And I was like, whoa, that was quite impressive.
This one's from James J. Stamos. Hey guys, I would like to know what you do for sunscreen. How's Riley not constantly sunburnt, going shirtless all the time?
I just pull it off for the videos, mate. To keep the ladies entertained.
No, we use mostly Sun Balm. They're mineral, reef safe sunscreen, and we also use zinc on our faces. But I'm looking at making our own sunscreen in the very near future. That'll be so cool. You can actually make your own using some zinc powder and coconut oil and some other ingredients, beeswax. So yeah, I'm just waiting till I can get a mail address to get these ingredients sent to me so I can make it. So I'll keep you posted on how that goes, making your own sunscreen. I think that's the best thing to do because you're also not buying a plastic sunscreen bottle, and there's also other chemicals put in to most sunscreens which go in the ocean.
So
And on
yeah,
your
Elena's
skin.
looking at making her own and probably selling it online.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
But
But we'll see
take
how
a
that
long
goes.
time to get to.
But Riley and myself, like,
Oh.
our skin is
Sorry, just
you go.
there was a YouTube girl who's like 12 and she was selling products online and it had like asbestos in it. So she had to do a big apology,
Oh no.
and she's 12 or 14 or whatever, so the concept didn't quite sink in about how bad it was.
Yeah.
So she was like giggling and stuff when she was supposed to be doing a proper apology.
Alright, Lenny, I'm just going to make him a bottle because this is what he's doing and he's not going to stop. So, Riley, you take it away, darling.
So yeah, Elena's making her own sunscreen.
And I was just going to say, just
And it
before,
won't have asbestos.
it won't have asbestos.
Probably.
Riley and my skin, I think we're just very lucky that we tan easily, and if you have skin that tans easily, you're less likely to get burnt. But we still don't take any chances there. We always wear sunscreen. Well, 90% of the time.
Zinc on the schnoz is very important. I find that the most dangerous part of the day is sunset and sunrise, because during the day it's always easy to find sun unless it's coming in sideways. So when a lot of people late in the day I'm like, "Look, do you want any sunscreen?" And they're like, "Nah, I'm always reapplying right at the end." And yeah, you're right, Tiffany, they're straw hat all day long. But you'll find that you're either in the boat, there's generally a roof above your head, or you'll naturally go towards the shade because it is just so lethal. And then yeah, it's sunrise and sunset where it bounces off the water and hits you right in the face, and that's where you get it. If I'm swimming or spearfishing or whatever, I'll get sunburnt on my back. I can't put sunscreen on my back because I get pimples. So
really
I've generally got to, if I'm smearing it on, so I've generally got to either wear a shirt or
I think that was in a video once.
a rashy.
Do you guys remember when I was pregnant and I was like popping Riley's pimples on his back? So gross.
Oh,
It doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's a nightmare. Bonjour.
Don Etherton. Asking me to get up at 6 a.m. is stretching a relationship to its limits. If it was only you, Riley, I would balk, but since Elena and Lenny will be there, then I'll set my alarm.
Yay, I hope you're here, Dan.
Thanks, mate.
Are you here? I want to see you in the chat.
Dan in the chat, come on, where are you, mate? Okay, come on.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Alright.
Besides, I'm hoping you will address the idiots who think raising Lenny on a boat is somehow bad. Yeah, it's good. It's good. If reading online comments about children's safety makes you more informed, then I would have to be an expert these days. So ask me any questions that you like about children and safety. We've had to think about a few things. I don't know. That's a curly one. Yeah, it's annoying. People write us a little bit about it. Generally speaking, I think that we've managed to. I think a lot of the problem comes from just a general comment. They don't realise that we've spent time on a boat where
It's just lack of knowledge.
we kind of know what we're doing. So it's like sometimes people are writing comments not just for us but for everyone else, and it can be misinterpreted. If you know what I mean. Like, they know that we know what we're doing, but you can't just generally say, yeah, it's totally fine to have a child without a life jacket, walking around deck or whatever. As a blanket rule, yeah, it's better to be wearing one.
Someone's a bit excited. Yeah, it's coming back.
Yeah.
I think we're over it now, hey? Like, it was obviously pretty tough in the beginning. It
Yeah.
was a big change to have all these people.
We knew it was going to happen, and it happened. It was predictable and boring.
Yeah.
Tiffany Mason, I'm heading to the Florida Keys tomorrow. Yay. Fantastic. Good on you.
Awesome.
Where are you going? Advice for deep sea fishing for mahi, tuna, etc. I can't wait to dive and explore the reefs there. Ask a local exactly where the spots are. There'll be drop-offs and or pinnacles out deep, so you can check on Navionics.
Marathon.
Even, I don't know where Marathon is.
No, we've never been to the Keys.
So I don't know if you're going by yourself, but if you ask locals, buy them a drink. That always seems to do better.
We don't do
You're
a lot
looking
of...
for pinnacles and drop-offs. You want to be trawling at 7 to 8 knots. If you're in a sailboat, that comes with all of its own particular problems. Mahi and tuna, and then like you probably don't really want to be getting a massive tuna if you're just going to be eating it yourself. So a reasonable size lure, probably kind of like this thing here. I don't know how many inches that is. If you go on a marathon, you're definitely going to be an American. So we'll say inches. What's that? 3 inches?
Don't know, babe. I don't go by inches.
How many centimetres is it then?
Probably 10.
Do you go by centimetres?
10?
I don't know. That's my hand, and that's it. And I've got normal size hands. Something about that big, or just a fraction bigger, will get you a nice sized fish, because you want to eat it. You don't want to be catching them for no reasons.
Well, have fun in the Keys. That's great. Tell us how that is, because we haven't been there yet, and we're hoping to go there.
Siri just tried to buy me a lure online.
Really? Joseph Wright. Best way to learn to sail. I would say crewing on someone else's boat, putting yourself up on Crew Finder, or walking the docks and seeing if there are any sailboats who need crew in the marina for a particular crossing. That'll be the best way to learn, I think, because you can do all the theory that you want and you can do a 1 or 2 day course, but nothing will teach you like actually being out there for a few days and experiencing.
Racing can be fun, getting mixed in with the community, and you'll learn the manoeuvres quickly.
That is dangerous. Take that away.
Yeah.
What about if you're only near lakes?
Then sail on the lake.
Sail on the lake. That's totally fine. Do they have boats there on the lake?
I'm
I
Joseph
would
Wright.
imagine so.
Hey, Joseph. Yeah, mate, go out on a lake. I'm not sure how old you are. That'll help me more answer the question. How old are you, Joseph?
Okay. I'm just getting some more comments from you guys.
16. All right, awesome. I hope you're only putting in a very small amount here, mate. You need to save up for your own sailboat.
Yeah.
All right, 16. Then you need to work hard. You need to go to the dock, put your hand up and introduce yourself and just say, look, I'm really interested in getting into it, and then try and meet some of the more experienced sailors in the area. If you're keen to work hard as a 16-year-old, they should be losing their mind. Like,
Yeah.
offer to help fix the boat and clean it, and like they'll just, if you clean the hull once, which is probably an hour and a half, 2 hours job, they will just love you forever. So
Yeah.
go and find the best boat with the best captain, and then and go and learn off him. And that's the best trade-off that you could possibly hope for, to learn from an experienced sailor. By exchanging a little bit of hard work. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Good on you.
And good on ya.
Oh, love your style, mate.
Yeah, I wish I started when I was 16.
Oh man, you can't imagine how much easier my life would have been.
Yeah. Imagine you started when you were 16.
If I didn't teach myself. Oh yes, and the sale guide, which
Yay.
surely you've got.
Yeah, surely you've got the sale guide for free now. If not, send us an email. This one's from Matt Cooper. I remember Elena talking about lion's mane mushrooms. I'm a chef and have a local farmer growing them for us. Amazing. We make salt and organic jerky out of them. Oh, that'd be so good. Would love to share a recipe. Yes, please. The salt is great for everything. Also love you guys. Get to live that dream on the boat navigating the oceans. I hope to be able to do that to some extent in the future. Awesome. Yeah, please share the recipe. I would love that if you could send us an email. I'm hoping to grow my own mushrooms on board. Let me know how you think that would go, being in the salt air all the time. I've done a little bit of research and apparently you can get like starter kits. We have room for it. I'll move some books.
Lenny, Mum's trying to sink our boat. I'll have to repaint the waterline.
Mushrooms are light and they're good.
What about the soil? How much soil do they grow in?
Not much.
How much?
Like this much.
Really?
3 centimetres. 10 centimetres.
I'll have to weigh it. We'll have to take some of your clothes off.
It's going to be great at the Annapolis Boat Show. We're going to be taking everything off our boat and we're going to be just putting on exactly what we need back onto the boat. So that's going to be great. Maybe there'll be room then. I can sacrifice something else of mine. And we don't have any more updates of the Annapolis Boat Show just yet, you guys. But as soon as we do, we'll let you know.
Sorry,
We'll let
Mum.
you know.
Hey, stop it.
All right.
This is awesome. Is everyone having a good day? Lenny boy, are you?
How about a short list of both fiction and non-fiction books that each of you would highly recommend as a good read or as a good listen through on Audible? This is from Rusty Coma. I loved A Voyage for Madmen. That was so cool. It just, made me realise how tough some people had it back in the day sailing and made me infinitely more grateful for the technology we have now and the opportunities that we have, because these people, like someone, was it Robert, who didn't know how to sail and he wanted the money for his family, and so he built the trimaran. Was it a trimaran or a catamaran?
Roger Crowley.
And I just felt so sorry for him because he set off to win this money and
List of books.
yeah. Voyage for Madmen. And Dove, if you need to convince
No,
your wife.
it's
yes,
not good.
Come on, I love Dove. It's
No.
so sweet. Yeah.
It's not a very good book. It's
but
not.
come on, it's just it's a short little novel, and if you need to
It's
convince
not particularly well written.
your girlfriend or your wife to go sailing, that's the first book I
For
read.
heaven's sake, Lenny could read it.
I'm probably not the best person.
Infinite Jest, or honestly, every single one that I've recommended on Audible is worth reading. But most recently, the one that I think you could introduce, if you want to go off by yourself and learn a lot of stuff, there's some pretty thick and difficult to penetrate books that I've recommended. But one that you could read and then talk about with friends, and it's interesting and good fun to read as well. And the way it's set out into the 86 essays is that Peter Singer one. I think that's really good. Infinite Jest.
We got some here.
There's one on the cosmos. Brian Greene's Superstring Theory. That's one that I think everyone should read. I believe that I've done. I think I've written some of these on the website.
It's
Maybe
in our
I'll
sale
do it.
guide. Is it a recommended book list?
Yeah, it's in the sale guide, and then I think it's on the website as well. Some of Jonathan Franzen's stuff is good. I really, really like his book of short stories called How to Be Alone. Cormac McCarthy, The Road, that's just fantastic. And it's actually really good as a father, as someone pointed out. I didn't reread it, but I had read it before. The Bandini Quartet. I think it's Ask the Dust Bandini. That is fantastic. Hunger by Nut.
Oh, Hunger's a really good book. By who?
Canute Hampson. Nut Hampson. Canute.
Lenny.
Yeah, well, there's a bit to go on with.
Yeah, play with this. coffee in there. Hang on.
Yeah. I always said that I would just keep reading flat out with Lenny. I'll just play podcasts and stuff, and nope.
When he's doing that, it's hard to concentrate on a book.
I look after him and Elena edits, and like, that's us now.
Yeah.
We don't have any fun.
No,
Life's terrible.
Riley has been looking after Lenny for at least 80% of the day. Hey.
Yeah.
Not all days, but days when I'm editing, definitely he's just pottering around the house. He'll take Lenny to town, and it's the only way that I can edit when he's gone. Otherwise, it's pretty hard to not get up and want to cuddle him and make him feel better if he's crying. But anyway, we have a good system going on now, but Riley has a lot less reading time than he used to. But you were getting in like 6-hour days of reading when you did your solo sail up to Charleston last year.
More.
Yeah, he was calling me from Australia and he was like, I did 7 hours on Audible today. I was like, jeez. That's
great fun.
No one has that kind of freedom.
Boot
Everyone's
camp.
got to work.
Boot camp. I've been reading a friend of mine, JC, who's a spearfisherman and a legend, came to see us and he gave me this book here, which has got me, and I've been reading this to Lenny. So those...
Yeah, In the Heart of the Sea, The Tragedy of the Whale Ship, Essex.
So we're only 22 pages in, but it's they made a movie about it, which I don't think was very good.
No, the movie wasn't good. It had the Australian actor in it. Who was it?
Hemsworth?
Hemsworth, yeah. Liam Hemsworth? Was it him or Chris Hemsworth?
But that's got me super keen to go up to Nantucket and do some of the, look around some of the history in the area of the old whaling fleets.
We're really excited to head up there. So it's hurricane season now, and Riley's mum's coming.
Don't give away spoilers. Cliff.
What? Oh, is he giving away spoilers
Yeah.
of the book? Don't do that.
No, I've seen the movie, so I know.
We're really excited to head up there. It's hurricane season now, so we're just watching the weather, but the hurricanes don't usually come for at least another month or two, and the big ones come in September.
August, you need to be
August,
careful.
September. So Riley's mum's coming to stay with us, and then we're sailing all the way up to New York, and then further north than that. And we're going to try and organise a meet-up in New York for you guys, which would be really cool for anyone who's around. I was just trying to protect Lenny.
Thanks,
says
Cliff.
Cliff.
Yeah, it's very true.
All right.
And then they all ate each other.
How do you get service and internet everywhere you go? Well, we don't. There is 2G in the Marquesas Islands in the Pacific, and yeah, that was an absolute nightmare. You couldn't even load your emails. But here in the
That's
Bahamas,
outside the Geneva Convention. It's cruel and unusual punishment.
Here in the Bahamas, it's the fastest internet we've ever experienced. Out of Australia, the US, the Bahamas is
Oh
insane.
my God.
Lenny, shush, pumpkin. Shush, darling. Shush. You're being naughty. Yes. Yeah. Basically, every time we arrive to a new country, if we're going to be there for at least, a few weeks to a month, we'll buy the local SIM card because...
Saves us time and money in the end.
It does, yeah. It's roughly about, $25 for a SIM card. And then...
For 10, 15 gig or something like that.
Yeah, so it works out cheaper than going and having to sit in restaurants and buy their food and stuff like that. And yeah, the internet's always faster, we found, with the local SIM cards than using the landlines in restaurants and stuff. And that's basically what we do. We have a satellite phone, but the technology is not as advanced yet, and we can't obviously use that internet for stuff like YouTube.
Elon Musk will launch some satellites soon, and
We're sure of it.
everyone will be able to tweet.
Annika, what kind of licenses do you have for sailing? I love this question. In Germany, we need to do a few before we're officially allowed to sail with a yacht, and then there is even a difference between 5 miles from shore and 10 miles from shore. So I'm just wondering what it was like when you started sailing, and what about now? How did you learn to navigate and use that radio thing you have on board?
The radio thing. That's what we still call it.
Yeah.
Taught myself.
Riley has a Croatian.
No licenses. But I went in and it was a 30-minute questionnaire that they didn't even read, and it was all about paying the money in Croatia to get a license.
So he has a skipper's license in Croatia, and the photo's
But it's
hilarious.
not worth the paper it's printed on.
But we haven't been asked for our sailing license anywhere in no marinas or like even when we've been boarded.
That doesn't mean you shouldn't get one.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you shouldn't get one. Maybe it will come in handy, but for us, we haven't needed a captain's license. So yeah. That's I don't know. We haven't done too much research in that whole captain license thing.
Hasn't affected our insurance, and we've never been asked anywhere. So, I got in trouble in the States, of course.
Yeah.
Can
you guys? Sorry,
like I would in Australia.
There's a bit of wind. Is that annoying? Is that making a bad sound on the microphone? Just want to know.
I want to know.
Okay.
Sound is fine.
Cool.
All good. No. License might be handy if you wanted to charter a boat. Yeah, it would, mate. Essentially, you'd have to, and then pay a lot more insurance and different. I think you need them more if you are trying to charter a boat versus sailing one on your own.
Oh yeah, maybe you would need one for chartering. Oh, but we did bareboat sailing in the Whitsundays, and we didn't need a boat license.
Yep.
Like I said,
We probably did.
Yeah, maybe. Sorry guys, we're not the best people to ask for this. Okay, sorry guys, I'm just reading through your questions.
Jeremy, you can always get the weather no matter where you are, mate. If you can't find it, then you just ask the boat next to you.
This one...
And 2G's fine for downloading just grid files. They're nothing. And you can always check your emails. It's like uploading a video is a bit different.
This one's from Jax Goes. Eli, where did you find all your research for Lenny, audiobooks, podcasts, etc.? And did you find it hard being pregnant while so far away from your friends and family? One pregnant traveller to another, there's always ups and downs. I did find it a little bit... I think I got more anxious being on the boat with no one I could kind of turn to ask questions. Except for the internet and Riley, who didn't have all the answers, but...
I'd never been pregnant before.
I did get a bit more anxious than I think I would have, but I definitely survived without the support from family and friends, just because I'm so used to travelling and being alone and just, being confident in myself, I suppose. I listened to a lot of podcasts. Australian Birth Stories was the best. I learnt so much from just listening to other mothers' experiences. That was probably the best podcast. There's a few other pregnancy podcasts, but I love Sophie and her voice and what they talked about, basically. Audiobooks, I just searched pregnancy and I found the best reviewed ones, but what were the two main ones? Anime. Her books, breastfeeding and childbirth. I found that told me everything I needed to know. Even looking back, those were the best sources, I think, those two books. And that's about it. I didn't like Googling things because every time I did, I found something I didn't want to read about. And yeah, I think that's all I can tell you. But, so, you must be pregnant then. Congratulations. That's very exciting. When are you due? Let us know. And do you know if it's a boy or a girl? This one's from Klaus. Oi, you guys rock. Thank you. I'm preparing to live on a cat similar to yours in a couple of years. Used to sail heaps in Sydney where my girls were born and raised. Now after building a reasonably successful company, congratulations, in the US, it's time to plan to get the boat life next. Excellent. Good on you, Klaus.
What boats are you going to get?
He doesn't say.
Similar to yours in a couple of years.
Do you want to answer that one?
No.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about insurance.
Yeah. All right, this one's from Doug Bateman. How old is Lenny? Oh, there's a few Lenny questions. My son was born around the same time, so I can't help but see my son in Lenny, and I'm always wondering which is older. He was born December the 6th, so that makes him 6 months and a few weeks old, I think, last time I checked. It's hard to keep up. They just grow so quickly.
6 and a bit weeks, yeah. Months.
So 6th of December he was born. Congratulations on your little boy, Doug. And we'll take a few more. We've been talking for 30 minutes now.
I noticed that alone.
Time just flew by. Isn't that funny how that happens? Lenny is 30 minutes older. Shh, Lenny. Alright, we might wrap it up, guys. I think Lenny's, yeah, needs to have a little bounce in his jolly jumper. And I think we're just rambling on now. It's been a random morning for us, to tell you the truth. I need another coffee.
So rando.
And there's something in my eye. Ow. Alright.
Someone asked if we're still happy with Ultramar. That's an emphatic yes from Renton.
You answer that question.
Very much so. I think that, should I launch into this?
Why not, if you're feeling it?
There's been something on my mind, and I really want to explain it to you guys who are our patrons. I can if you want to, if you've got a certain amount of money.
Lenny just spewed. Sorry, guys. Come here, mister.
If you've got a certain amount of money and you want to go sailing, then you might go, all right, I want to get a monohull. If you've got a little bit more, then you might go, I want to get a second-hand catamaran. If you've got a little bit more, then you might go, all right, I want to buy a brand new catamaran. Now, this is where if you want to sail around the world or spend some time in an open ocean, or even if you think that you might, the shape of the hulls, the way they're built, what they're built for, the Ultramar is, please just at least look at it. I don't get any money for saying that. That's just me trying to give you guys what I think is good advice. And I really don't want to offend. It's difficult to say that on the main channel because, like, the last thing I want to do is upset someone that's bought a for charter vessel and
Is planning to go around the world in that.
Yeah, because I mean you can get it done and that's fine. I just think that it should be good news for most people because there might accidentally be a slightly better option out there. So yeah, just look into it because they definitely are good boats. There's a lot to be said for sailing with a reeve in, so that the difference between, like, as the wind picks up, you're still safe. So you might still be going along at a reasonable clip. And there's an article that another guy wrote about this, which I believe I'll put in another video. But just being able to maintain a good speed without having all of your sail up means that if it does blow up, you're already set to counter that wind, which means you're just always slightly more relaxed. So yeah.
Happy birthday to Sean Bales. Happy birthday.
Rusty,
I hope you're here.
What about the older Ultramars? I mean, they've been building fantastic boats for the last 50 years.
Yeah.
It went over to new ownership but yeah, if you were looking at buying, this question could go on forever, but if you were looking at buying a brand new catamaran or a second-hand, a brand new catamaran, then you have to at least look at the Ultramar. And their resale value is really good as well. Yeah. There you go, guys.
Alright, we love you. Thank you so much for being amazing. Hope you're loving the new episodes lately. We have a new one coming out today, but I think you've already seen this one. Damn it. Alright, we'll have to put a new one up for you guys as well. Okay. Cheerio, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Have a fabulous weekend.
It's because of you that I'm able to say honest things like I did just then. Like, imagine if I was tied to a company that was like not doing the right thing.
Yeah, that's...
Thank you for
pretty
keeping
damn
us
good.
independent, and au revoir.